Every Filipino has heard about Lapu-Lapu, the first Filipino hero. His victory over Ferdinand Magellan in Mactan remains to be well celebrated to this day. The victory in Mactan delayed Spanish colonization in the Philippines for more than 50 years. Centuries later, Lapu-Lapu became a symbol of resistance against Spanish oppression. But what do we know about Lapu-Lapu? Not the fish, mind you, but the man who ended Magellan in the island of Mactan in 1521. This is Lapu-Lapu deconstructed in Historya-Storya Lang. To Filipinos living under a rock,
Who are you people?
Lapu-Lapu was a datu or chief of Maktan in the Visayas. He is best known for the Battle of Maktan that happened at dawn on the 27th of April 1521, where he and his warriors defeated Ferdinand Magellan and his crew. Because of this, he was hailed as the first Filipino hero, but very little is known about his life. His name, origin, religion, and fate are still being debated today. The only existing primary source mentioning him by name is the account of Antonio Pigafetta, the chronicler of the Magellan expedition. When we hear the name Lapu-Lapu, many of us would picture a warrior with a body of Adonis, muscular physique, and a stern face with long wavy hair, kind of like Lito Lapid in that Lapu-Lapu movie. This romanticized version stuck to our imaginations for years. The guy's monument in Mactan today certainly didn't help. But according to Filipino historian Danilo Herona, having consulted the 1563 book of Portuguese historian Gaspar Correa titled Lendas da India, Lapu-Lapu was already aged when he encountered Magellan. Herona further stated that Correa probably got the information from one of the survivors of the Magellan-Elcano expedition. The National Historical Commission of the Philippines, or NHCP, in the quincentennial commemoration of the arrival of the Magellan expedition, has since depicted Lapu-Lapu as an old tattooed warrior, a common look for Visayan warriors at the time. As mentioned earlier, the only existing primary source that mentioned Lapu-Lapu was that of Antonio Pigafetta. In his account of the expedition, published at around 1524, Pigafetta noted the datu's name as Si Lapu-Lapu. In 1604, the Spanish monk and historian Fray Prudencio de Sandoval, in his Historia de la Vida y Hechos del Emperador Carlos V, talk about a mouthful, spelled the name as Kalipu-Lapu, later evolving to Kalipolaco. The Philippine Declaration of Independence of 1898 mentioned the hero of Mactan as Rey Kalipolaco de Mactan, or King Kalipolaco of Mactan. In 2019, after much heated debate, NHCP stated that Lapu-Lapu without the hyphen is the correct spelling of the hero's name. 2 years later, in 2021, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte signed an executive order which made Lapu-Lapu the official name of the brave ruler of Mactan. Many folks from Cebu would definitely recognize the bronze Lapu-Lapu monument in Mactan today. However, there have been several renditions to his monument in the past. Among the less known ones was the Archer Monument, which depicted Lapu-Lapu gripping a bow and arrow on top of a pedestal. The old monument was located in front of the municipal office of Mactan. It was constructed around the 1930s at the request of Mactan's municipal council. A few weeks later, after the statue was erected, the town mayor mysteriously died while in office. He was later succeeded by his nephew, who also died in office. The town mayor after that was not able to finish his term as he also died in office. Coincidentally, the bow and arrow was pointed directly towards the mayor's office in the town hall, so it was no surprise that an urban legend surrounding the statue caught the townfolk's imagination. The statue was renovated in 1938 with a bow and arrow replaced by a wooden spear. Since then, mayors had finished their terms without dying. If that is not eerie, then I don't know what is. If you have seen Lito Lapid's Lapu-Lapu movie, then you probably have witnessed the climactic clash between the warrior and Ferdinand Magellan. But there is a decent chance that Lapu-Lapu did not heroically kill the Portuguese explorer, contrary to what was depicted. According to Antonio Pigafetta, after Magellan and his men set fire to a few wooden native houses at the shores of Maktan, Lapu-Lapu's forces of 1,500 warriors came to resist the Spanish incursion. Outnumbered and outmatched, Magellan ordered a retreat while struggling to fight off Lapu-Lapu's men. He was then hit by a poisoned arrow on the knee and was mauled down by the natives. Magellan's sad end was later attributed to the leader of Maktan, but there was no mention of the old warrior personally cutting Magellan's throat, or beheading him, or hacking him to pieces, as what has been popularly imagined. However, being the leader of the natives, the victory in Maktan was attributed to Lapu-Lapu. There had been some stories as to where Lapu-Lapu originated from or what led him to become the ruler of Maktan. In one narrative, Lapu-Lapu was a native of Borneo who once served as a tax collector under the Sultanate of Brunei. His position in Maktan was that of a client ruler under Brunei and was tasked to harass the trade routes of the old Rajanate of Zubu, now Cebu. But another account also suggests that Lapu-Lapu was a native of Maktan and had succeeded his father, Dato Mangal. To this day, historians cannot agree as to where Lapu-Lapu originated from, due to a lack of concrete evidence. Though many would stick to the narratives of oral history, the true nature of Lapu-Lapu's origins, date, birth, and even his religion continue to remain contentious. So what do you think about Lapu-Lapu? Let us know in the comments below. Remember to comment and subscribe to the Kabilin Center channel for more Historya-Storya Lang you would like to hear about. This has been the Kabilin Center, and we hope to see you in the next video.